Welcome into Pro Football Daily. I'm Jordan Lugo. Thanks so much for tuning in here on Tuesday, June 6th. Today we are talking about the Bengals defense. This is a team that lost both starting safeties, two damn good players. Jessie Bates and Vonn Bell both ended up in the NFC South. Bates to ATL, Vonn Bell in Carolina. They also lost cornerback Trey Flowers, who took defensive reps for them every single game last year. He played some nickel, played some outside. He joined Jessie Bates in Atlanta. We all know in Cincinnati, the stars of the show, right? It's Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and that offense. That's what it is. That's the name of the game for them. But their defense has been critical to their success over the last couple years. There's no question about it in my mind. And Lou Anarumo, I don't know how he's not a head coach right now. One of the best defensive coordinators in the game today, bar none. And he's had this defense humming, quite frankly. They've been stout against the run. They've been pretty stingy when it counts against the pass. They gave up just 17 touchdown passes all of last year, third fewest in the league. They allowed only 20 points per game, the fifth fewest in the league and in the NFL in 2022. They've definitely given up some yards through the air. There's no doubt about that. But they put the clamps on when they need to, and they shut down the run game. Now, perhaps Lou Anarumo's best trait has been his adaptability week to week, game to game, matchup to matchup, what they need to do to slow down their opponents. They'll throw exactly what you don't want to see at you. Whatever Lou thinks you're going to struggle with, that's the realm that he's going to want to play in and down out for the most part. The question now is, can the Cincinnati Bengals maintain that level of play without Bates and Bell? These two players have been so important to what they do on that back end, both against the run and the pass. Bates is a do-it-all safety, and Bell might be the best true strong safety in the league right now. Bates now in Atlanta making over $16 million per year. Bell at over $7.5 million per year. Would I have liked to see them try to retain one of those guys? Definitely. Vonn Bell at that number? Quite frankly, yes, I think that would have been a smart move for the Bengals to bring back Vonn Bell at $7.5 million per year, but they're gone. Now what do you do? Well, the Bengals have prepared for this day. There's no doubt about that. They drafted Daxton Hill out of Michigan with their first pick in the 2022 NFL draft. Hill is an uber athlete who will likely play a lot of free, some slot for the Cincinnati Bengals. You're going to ask him to do some of the Jessie Bates stuff, not all of it on day one, because Jessie Bates did a ton, but he will do some of that stuff. And I think he can do it at a high level based on what I saw out of his tape at Michigan, having a year in this system to kind of learn and grow. And quite frankly, he has incredible athletic traits. I think those are going to help him out a lot. Then they added Nick Scott as well on a $4 million deal in free agency coming over from the Los Angeles Rams. He's played a decent amount for them the last couple years, played a ton in 2022. He's at least proven that he can make plays on the ball in really big moments and make some key tackles for you. There's no doubt about that. Then the Bengals also drafted Jordan Battle out of Alabama this year on day 2 of the draft in the 3rd round. He'll have to fight to earn reps with Daxton Hill and with Nick Scott in 2023, but I believe he will be able to earn those reps. Battle is a right place, right time type of guy, a strong tackler, a playmaker who can make plays on the ball for you, no doubt about it. I think in time he can become a Vonn Bell type player in this league, so I like adding him to the mix for sure. The Bengals also worked to improve their cornerback room around the safeties. They still have Chidobe Awuzie and Cameron Taylor-Britt, who they drafted last year out of Nebraska. They still have Mike Hilton, a very good slot defender in this league. One of my favorite moves from the entire draft was the Bengals drafting DJ Turner out of Michigan, Daxton Hill's former teammate. He's one of the fastest and most aggressive corners you will ever watch coming out of college, and he gives it 100% on every down. He is not an overly impressive guy when you talk about his stature, right? He's only about 5'10", 5'11", a $180 maybe, but again, incredibly aggressive, does not shy away from the physical side of the game, and has true makeup speed, a guy who can make you right even when you were wrong on the defensive side of the ball. And yeah, landing Myles Murphy late in the 1st round, that was an absolute steal. He can come in and help fortify your pass rush, which is going to help your defense as a whole. And he's a really good run defender. Not saying he's going to be a starter from day one, but I think adding that defensive depth goes towards not only the long-term outlook of the Bengals defense, but I think it will help you down the stretch in 2023, having a guy like Myles Murphy on your roster. He has big-time talent, and he should be a really good starting pass rusher for a long time once it clicks for him there in Cincinnati. While they don't have all the same names on the back end, I think with this collection of talent and looking at all the holdovers at linebacker, they've got all their guys back there, and along the defensive front and some of the talent they've added, I think Lou Anarumo can get this back end cooking again in 2023. And again, it might take some time, but the talent is there and the coaching is there for the Bengals defense to hold up their end of the bargain and to help Burrow and company compete for the AFC once again.